Hey, I'm gonna do a quick rundown here of this GIF that I made on Thursday. It's just this cool little nymph in a mirror. And here we go. So, initial idea is from a book I'm listening to called The Magician's Land. And so sometimes I'll do sketches, but I think I already had the idea already planned out, and so I went ahead and did a couple rough passes and did a sketch of everything that I wanted. This mirror, background, and the creature, and the mirror. From here, I blocked it out, set a background to this, did some very clean edges. Let's turn off these sketches and show you. I usually have the sketches on pretty low when I do this, but I'll just block out a lot of stuff. I think I want a box over here and the chalkboard. It's really basic shapes. This mirror I wanted to be exactly, I didn't want to try to draw these angles, and so I made them in Photoshop, or I made them in Illustrator, and then I imported them into here. Made the body in a couple different pieces. I knew I didn't want to move the whole body around, but I did want the leg to be moving, and I wanted the arms to be moving. And I wanted the different parts of the mirror, the shattered mirror, to be in different locations, so I made 3 different layers. I went back through and added some details, some shading, some writing on the chalkboard, shadows on the boxes, objects in the boxes, shadows on the ground in the background, colors in the windows. That's about as much as the illustration. This took about, I think, an hour or two. And then I moved on to After Effects. So let's head on over there. Alright, we're here in After Effects. The first thing I did was rig up my character. It isn't a complicated rig. I didn't use any plugins or anything for it. It's just simply parenting the arms to the body and the leg to the body, then animating the leg movement up and down, and rotating the arms up and down so they sort of swing like this. The next part was working on this hair. You can see here to give it that little flame look, and it's pretty simple. Dive into this comp. All it really is this circles that are bubbling up like this, sort of like how a fire would sporadically do that, with a turbulent displace to give it a little more natural feel. They don't look like circles anymore. Now here on top of the comp, we apply a fast blur, and depending on how much you want, how connected you want these circles to be or whatnot, you can add more blurriness. But as you can see, it sort of connects all the shapes together, and then you add a levels and you change it from RGB to alpha, and it makes a solid shape out of these blobs that you created, which is really great. It gives it this gooey look that's great for liquids. It's great for fire and for like sticky things to show that they're like sticking together like amoebas or something. And it's great for things looking like flames. There's a couple of different, I've experimented with a couple of different shapes instead of just circles to make it look more flame-like and have them rotating, and it works to a varying degree. The big drawback of this is that things do become very soft, and it's hard to keep things sharp. They get really blobby. Anyways, just stick that and parent it to the head of the body so it moves up and down with the women. Flames on the arms is just some wave warp Once we have that comped, we move out another comp. We have these three. One is just the regular comp we had before, at a lower opacity. Then we have a stroke comp. That's just a stroke. I put a little bit of a fast blur on it, so it's not so sharp, and it's the mode is overlay. And then we have another fast blurred on top of it that I've set to add. That gives it that nice glowy look. Now that we have that glow comp, and we have three of those on the different pieces of the mirror. Turn those fills off just so we can see the different colors of the mirrors. And then we grab each comp and we can move them around so they're sort of shifted from each place. That way, when it moves, it just looks like it's a broken mirror. And then up here I have some shading on the different pieces of the mirror just to make it a little more mirror-like. I kept it like this. Here's the final comp. I added some shading to the background. I didn't want it to have such a bright look to it, so I added this background, made the background really dim. And there you have it. I rendered this out as PNGs, and then I shoot it through another little program outside of Illustrator to make it into a GIF, which you'll have to go through in a different video because that is a bit more complicated. But that's about it. Hope you guys like this. Let me know if there was something you wanted to know specifically, and I can leave a comment or get at it in another video.